I'm reading about Texas Traveler's Stew, which contains my favorite meat, hamburger meat. There we go. So anything made with hamburger is something that I will definitely enjoy. So we're going to talk about the recipe for Texas Traveler's Stew. By the way, I just want to show you the inside of the book. Look at how gorgeous that is. Great photography. The folks, Deb and what was his, Eddie Hurlbut, were the ones that contributed this recipe, and they've got a little story about the recipe there as well that they also contributed. So this is a great book. Anyhow, we have a question from our chat room, by the way, and that is, any special equipment needed to cook in an RV kitchen? What do you think?
Well, that's extremely broad question.
Yes, it is.
I would say that, first of all, you need to make sure that your oven works properly. Hopefully you have a working microwave. But don't forget that we still use our crock pots, our electric skillets. Hopefully we will find things that don't draw a lot of electrical current.
Right.
There's always your outdoor kitchen that you want to, take a look at. Make sure that you've got your grill along with you. Have your recipes ready for the campfire, because all of those are going to be wonderful. But when it comes to RV kitchens on the inside, just make sure that anything electrical has a low wattage pull if possible, because that is our biggest mountain, so to speak, that we have to go over, is learning how to use our electrical appliances on a very limited supply of electrical current.
Right, and that's it's really the appliances in essence. I mean, you're using heat and cold in various forms, obviously, in an RV kitchen to cook with, but it's a lot of it's the electrical requirements, and to some degree some safety issues as well, that really are the big difference. And we did a show about that, one of the previous episodes now, that you can see, that talks about how to measure your electrical requirements, and I'm sure we're going to be touching on that again, won't we, Aveda?
Electrical is such a big issue. It's almost something that we're going to continuously talk about, because even if I bring you a great product spotlight, the electrical is going to be what's important about that product, how much that it uses. So that it's a big deal. Electrical is the biggest issue.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, you're basically, if you misuse the power, or if you're overusing the power, nothing works.
Correct.
you just end up, you're not cooking tonight. So it's and it's just a way of managing it. And so anyhow, let's move on. Thanks for the question, by the way. We're going to move on here to the Texas Traveler's Stew. Tell us about this recipe out of the book.
Okay. Well, first of all, I've had the pleasure of meeting Ed and Debbie Holbert out of Conroe, Texas. They are fun-loving people. They love to RV, and one of her favorites, Ed's also, is the Texas Traveler Stew. Obviously, the ingredients that are listed here: hamburger meat, Lipton soup mix, potatoes, onions, bell pepper, canned corn, canned green beans, canned peas, canned carrots. These are things that are very easy to bring along in your RV, and they're not going to be time consuming. But there's two ways to fix this great recipe. You can do it on the campfire, or you can do it in your on top of your stove.
Okay.
But what we're doing here is we're actually taking a piece of foil and making a square, putting our meat as the bottom layer. Right. And adding these other ingredients, one right on top of the other. And we are bringing them over and closing it up. And then you drop those into your, hopefully on a grill if you've got one for your campfire, right, or just laying them on top. Or you set them in your oven. But on the campfire, it takes about 30 to 45 minutes. If you're using your RV oven at 400 degrees, it takes about 30 minutes. But this is a fun one, and you put the seasonings in there that you really like, that you enjoy with your stew. But it's very easy, not time consuming at all, and this is something even the kids can help with.
Oh yeah, sure. And you know, aluminum foil is, is the camper's best friend, isn't it? In terms
I
of
would
cooking.
think so.
Yeah, that's just
However,
kind of like a
however,
staple.
Dave, there are grades of aluminum foil.
Oh, okay.
Make sure that if you're going to be using it on your campfire,
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you get the very heavy duty industrial foil.
Mm-hmm.
That one will make you a much happier camper because it won't bust.
Oh, okay. And it holds up. And but yeah, there's something about doing it that way. Then it's just sort of you toss. There's less cleanup. You toss out what you're using to cook with, and
Amen.
then you're all set. That's great. Yeah. No, when you said, when I saw foil on this, I said, that's a recipe that is after my own heart. So you just eat this the way it is, or does it go over bread or rice or something like that, or how do you do that?
Oh, if you want to do cornbread or if you want to do biscuits, either one, that would be great.
Okay, perfect. All right. Anything else that we ought to know about cooking this, or just in terms of the general technique here? It sounds pretty simple.
It is. What I liked about this one is it gave you the option of how it was going to be cooked. And I love that. I love to have the option of if I want to go out and cook outside on the fire, I would love to have that opportunity. This is a great recipe for that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, we're going to have some more stuff coming up in our next segment, so stay with us. We're going to be talking about a couple of handy items that you can have in your kitchen that will make your life a lot easier and maybe help you plan a little bit better as well when we come back on RV Kitchen. So stick with us.
Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to rvnn.tv and click on the Angie's List ad.